Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us.
What's up and welcome to
Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love.
All right.
Leave those buttons alone, Christy.
At least he's not cutting people off today.
Yeah, welcome to a special edition of Morning Tailgate, brought to you by Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I'm the host, Big B, and I'm joined by my favorite guys, the C2C, Yadier Molina, the working man, Crispy Bacon. How you doing?
Doing good. NFL season's around the corner, and boy, there's some good games, or maybe not so good games. I don't know.
Yeah, there's going to be some good games to talk about. And kitty corner for me, the sleep champion, Mess Around. How you doing?
Hey, you got to be perfect. You got to hit that button one more time. Play the paparazzi a third time. Come on.
Oh, there you go.
I'm kidding. I'm good. It's too freaking early to be awake, but other than that, always fun to talk football with my boys.
Yep. And then below me is the man that lives halfway across the world, Tim Hendricks. How's it going?
I don't have to worry about paparazzi when paparazzi can't find me. We're good. That's why you go across. That's why you go halfway around the world so the paparazzi can't find me.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, schedule was released a couple weeks ago. I know Chris and Mess Around kind of broke it down on a special edition there, but we're here to do it again. So first off, I got a question, one of our tough questions. We may be able to get an answer by the end of the year. Can the Packers strike it again with the Hall of Fame quarterback, Jordan Love? Three times in a row. Tim, do they got another Hall of Fame quarterback?
No, I don't know. I don't know. If I went through my predictions for the season, they're going to be going after a quarterback in the top 5 picks next year. So I don't see it.
Chris, how about you? Does the Packers have another Hall of Fame quarterback in the making?
Right now, I don't see it. He hasn't played enough to really tell if he is or not, but that could change in 10 years, depending on how long he's there, but I don't see it right now.
Does Mess Around have love for Jordan Love?
Do we really need to ask Mess Around this question? The Packers. No, I'm with Tim. I think they're tanking. They're going to tank for Caleb Williams. They're going to try and get the top pick in the draft, and they're going to tank from the guy from USC, Williams. So I don't think Love's the answer. If they thought Love was the answer, they wouldn't have extended him for just 1 year. Granted, they haven't seen much of him play, but.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think granted, yes, it's early to tell, but I know a lot of Packer fans are Packer fans, and they're going to say, yep, we got the next Hall of Famer and blah, 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 and all this. I don't see it right now, even the limited time. So even the weapons, I don't see he's got the weapons. So, but
I hope Lightning doesn't strike 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
I hope the Packers go through quarterback hell like the Bears, like my Bears have for the last. Gosh, we still have that franchise guy.
Well, like in the same boat, so are the Colts. Can't find that franchise guy. So Chris.
Yes.
What do you think about the Dallas Cowboys schedule? How tough is it going to be?
I think maybe the first 2 games will be tough. I mean, a lot of games will be tough, but to start out the season, I think your first 2 games are going to be tough. It'll be interesting with that Chargers game because you have Kellen Moore, who was a Cowboy now with the Chargers. See what he learned, or if any, from his time with Dallas and all that. And then you also got your divisional matchup besides the Giant game.
All right. Mess Around. Your Bears, how's that schedule looking for you?
Like when it first came out and I saw the first game and the last game because that was the first two announced for the Bears, I thought, man, we don't close against the Vikings for once.
Yeah, no
Like
kidding.
the last 7 years, we've closed against the Vikings for some odd reason. And I was just happy that we're not doing that. And I think every season should start out Bears Packers. I mean, oldest rivalry in the league. I mean, you got to start every year out like that. And if we can't beat Jordan Love, the Packers without Jordan Love, with Jordan Love without Aaron Rodgers, we don't deserve to win any games this year.
Yep. I know. I kind of like that. I kind of like that the Packers and the Bears start off and end the season. I kind of like that. I'm with you. Tim, the rebuilding Colts.
You mean the Dallas Cowboys? I mean the Dallas Cowboys, according to the
Yeah,
to
we'll
the
get to that clip in a second.
According to Titans fans, yeah.
Holy smokes! We've got a possibility. We've got a probably can't say 500 team because we play 17 games a season now. We start off with Chester Cheeto.
Yep. I thought they don't exist.
Yeah, and then they don't exist later on in the season, which we kind of hope that would be nice. We're in a division where we could possibly win a lot of games, but we also have a lot of teams on our schedule that have a lot of question marks too. Tennessee, Houston, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh. It's a possibility. We could be 9-8. We could be 4-13.
Okay. Yeah, Minnesota here. Before fans are like, what are you talking about, Chester Cheeto? There's a clip out there. I think it's if you guys want to see it, you guys could definitely ask one of us because we have it. Somebody was out Tennessee, I think it was, wasn't it? Asking the fans logos of NFL teams.
Yes. Yeah.
And they would pop up a logo and they're saying Chester Cheeto for the Jaguars, Dallas Cowboys for the Colts.
The Boston Bobcats for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah. Some pirate team for the. It kind of sounds like Isaiah's NFL league might be coming around. I don't know, but it's actually pretty hilarious.
The Jaguars do not exist.
Yeah.
It's on the Tennessee Titans social media pages, so I'm sure you can find it.
Yeah, so if you guys want to see it, reach out to us. We'll definitely send you the link. For my Vikings, it's rebuilding on defense. Just looking at the schedule, I'm tossed up between 7 and 10, 10 and 7, and it's mainly because of the defense. I mean, we kind of know what Kirk Cousins' record is on prime time, so if we go by that, it's going to be awful. We go by Kirk Cousins, or not Kirk Cousins. The Vikings played against the playoff team from last year. It's going to be awful. They're rebuilding their defense. I mean, I'm just looking at the defensive roster right now. They had 25 players. They have 25 players from last year, and right now they got about 50 players on the roster. So that defense is going to be rebuilt. Got a new defensive coordinator. I've already had some Viking fans tell me that this is their year, starting to sound like Dallas Cowboy fans.
I was just going to say that.
I don't see it. I mean, 7 and 10 to 10 and 7 is my. There's just so many rumors going around with trade talks. They're still talking about trade Cook. There's still rumors that Cousins could be gone. I don't know. If they're better than 10 and 7, great. If not, I told you so. So guys, let's get into it. Week 1. We'll come back with our predictions and what our records are going to be closer to the regular season. We're just going to throw out some wins and losses right now and what games might be a good game. So we may not cover them all, but week 1 is going to open up against the Lions and the Chiefs. For me, I got upset. I think the Lions are going to win this one. I think they're going to show the Chiefs something. So mess around. Early predictions on week 1, Lions Chiefs.
I think the Lions have a good shot at winning this. Kansas City getting the rings on the opening night. You know, most teams that do that, if they're defending champions, they get the rings. They're starstruck in the rings. They're too hyped about that. They end up blowing the game. So Detroit's got a good chance because of that. But I think it's going to be a close game.
Yeah,
I
that
think City
7
probably
points
wins
I
by
think they're going to be
five goals
covered.
at the end.
Tim, what you think of the
Yeah,
first opening week?
I think that Chiefs game is there's 3 potential that week of being games of the week, and I thought the NFL made a mistake by giving Kansas City Detroit. Detroit could go out there and make a statement week one, and it could legitimately be scary.
Yep. Chris?
Yeah, Chiefs are 1-0 against, or not against, but on days where they won the Super Bowl, they get their rings and all that. But I think that's going to be a good game. Lions have been good the last year, maybe year or two.
Yeah, they did.
But I think the Chiefs are the mountaintop.
Okay. And then, my team, the Vikings, have the Bucks at home. I mean, that's going to be a close one. Bucks are rebuilding. Vikings defense. I don't know which way to go. I can see this game going both ways, being a disaster, being a close game, both teams winning. It could end up a tie. I mean, hell, maybe I'm predicting a tie right now on May 21st. I don't know. Tim, what do you think about Vikings Bucks?
I honestly I don't like the Bucks. I don't care if Tom Brady's there or not. I just don't think they have the possibility to beat Minnesota. I think Minnesota wins this. I think Minnesota walks away with this game, to be honest.
Okay. I hope so. Chris? Vikings
Yeah,
Bucks. What are we thinking early?
That's how I see it. I see Vikings winning it. I mean, it's early, but you don't know who's starting quarterback for Tampa right now. You got Mayfield on the roster. Most likely going to be your starter, but
Yeah, I don't know if Mayfield will start. I think it's going to be that Trask. I could be wrong. Mess around. Vikings start 0-1 for you?
2 words. Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
And then 2 words. Kirk Cousins. You don't know what you're going to get with either one of these guys. I mean, like, Kirk puts up good numbers. He's always been a good numbers guy. But when it comes to primetime games, he's 1-9 in his career, something like that. Maybe he won a couple more last year. I don't know. I don't really follow the Vikings.
He didn't win many. I mean, they're.
I don't think this is a primetime game, so he should be.
Well, I know it's not. I'm just saying, Kirk. He's always been a numbers guy. But Baker, what he did with the Rams last year, coming in 2 days and winning that game. I'm not saying he's going to do that at Tampa because they don't even know they got Kyle Trask, the rookie they drafted a couple years ago. Who's not to say that guy beats out Mayfield?
Well, that and I mean the weapons around. I mean, I don't even know what weapons they have right now.
Well, they still got Evans and Godwin and
but yeah, Mayfield could step it up. I was surprised what he did with the Rams. So, let's see. We got Texas, who made a kind of a splash. I'm just going to jump around games here. Texas made a couple splashes in the draft. They open up against the Ravens in Baltimore. We know Baltimore's kind of rebuilt their offense here with Lamar Jackson and OBJ's there. So, Tim, what do you think about Texas Ravens?
I think this is not even. I think this is going to be a laugher. I think it's still early in the D'Amico Ryan's career at the head coach in Houston. I think Lamar's got a lot to prove. He's going to go out. I think week one he's going to prove it against the Texans defense.
Oh, okay. Mess around. Texas Ravens. What's your thoughts on that one?
I kind of really want to see this game because I want to see what C.J. Stroud does if he's the guy opening up the season over Davis Mills. Because a lot of people don't think C.J. Stroud's going to be that good. I think he'll be fine. He put up numbers at Ohio State, but transitioning from college to the NFL is a whole different animal, as we all know. So, and Lamar, I've never really trusted Lamar. He's more of a running quarterback. I could say the same thing about my guy in Chicago, but It should be interesting. I think Texans will be much improved. They had a very, very good draft. They traded back up to number, 3, and they took Will Anderson,
Yep.
who many say is the best defense player in the draft outside of Jalen Carter.
I
But
think a lot of people are going to be looking at kind of watching Texas because of those two moves and just see what they did and see where they're building at.
Mhm.
Chris, what do you think? What do you think about Texas Ravens to start off the season?
I feel like with both Houston and Baltimore, you have more questions than answers. Yeah, you have Lamar on Baltimore. He's proven to win games, not many, but he's proven to win games. And you did get OBJ. I think they're a little more, solid on that part. And maybe if the game was today, I'd pick Baltimore. But there's a lot more questions and answers for both these teams.
Yep, exactly. And looking at the schedule, week 1, Eagles open up against New England in New England. I know there ain't going to be much to talk about that game because I think Eagles are just going to come in and trounce them right away. Messer, what do you think?
the Eagles, I think, are going to be everybody's favorite to repeat in the NFC as far as getting back to the Super Bowl. They had such a solid draft. They got Nolan Smith at the end of the first round, and he was predicted to be a top 10 pick. They took Jalen Carter, but he's already got issues going on. I'm glad we passed on him. And then they got a couple other good guys later on in the draft. And with what they already have, man, they're going to be special.
And they made a trade for running back. I can't think who they traded for.
Lions.
Swift
Swift.
from the Lions.
Okay. All right. So, Chris, what do you think about the Eagles? Eagles versus Patriots, week 1.
Yeah, it's definitely Eagles game to lose. I mean,
Yep.
Belichick's still a good coach, and he can still find a way to win. But you don't have Brady. A lot of those pieces you had years ago aren't there anymore. Eagles just went to the Super Bowl. Granted, they didn't win, but they went. It's Eagles game.
All right, Tim? Patriots, Eagles?
Yeah, we're talking about the Eagles who had 2 amazing drafts back to back in
Yep.
back to back years.
A lot of Georgia players.
Yeah, so the Philadelphia Bulldogs up there. It's crazy. I don't see the Philadelphia losing many games this year,
Yep.
and this is definitely not going to be one of them. I don't care how much they prepare, how much New England prepares for the Eagles. This is a whole different monster.
Yep, exactly.
For Philly, it all depends on if Jalen Carter can stay healthy. I mean, he hasn't had an injury history so far in his career, but if he goes down, they're done. I mean, they don't have a decent backup, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Bethron, you're right. I mean, and another team that kind of surprised us all, Tim's early wild pick last year was 49ers Steelers opening up with Brock Purdy. He called it about week 8. He said he was close on that. Who's opening up week 1, Tim? Who's going to be starting in week 1 for the Niners?
If Purdy's healthy, it's Purdy's job to lose. I
Mhm.
think he showed enough. I think he showed enough last year that he knows how to game the system over in San Francisco. He knows how to run that system. It seemed like the system was built for Brock Purdy and not Trey Lance. I think yeah, it's definitely going to be Purdy's going to start if Purdy's healthy.
Yep. Mess around?
Sam Darnold, dark horse.
Ooh.
I think Darnold's going to beat Atlanta. I don't think Purdy's going to be ready till later on in the year.
Chris?
Yeah, if Purdy's healthy, he's going to start. But maybe it's going to be somebody else.
Hey, but you think about it. Purdy's learned how to throw left-handed so that whatever happened in the NFC Championship game doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. Purdy's learned how to throw left-handed. I know San Fran's come out and said that Purdy should be ready by training camp. They should, they're pesting him in as week 1. I'm with Messrout. I think they're going to go Darnold first week.
I've read that they might shop trade Lance to the Vikings this offseason. Still
Yeah,
is a thing.
that's Trey Lance to the Vikings for Cousins, some picks. I don't know. Dalvin Cook being shopped. That's just and then we got some good rivalry games week 1. We got Bears Packers, we got Cowboys Giants. And then week 1, Monday night game, Bills Jets. Those 3 games should be good. So mess around. What's your thoughts on those rivalry games this week 1?
The thing about it is some of these rivalry games, it's so early in the season to tell who's going to be good, who's not.
Oh, yeah.
So you just don't know like what to expect from
don't know.
either team. And why are we not talking about the Colts and Bears in week 3 in the preseason?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
because
it's preseason.
because it's preseason.
I know, but still, you get Justin Fields against the rookie.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe.
do you see who we got before? Do you see who we got the week before? I think we got Philadelphia the week before.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Yeah.
So
Tim,
I was
what do you
looking
think
at
of those
this
3 rivalry
preseason
games?
schedule like that. That could be a good game. Richardson, the rookie, against Fields.
With the backup.
It'd be a good regular season game. Preseason ain't gonna matter.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know
What
it's
do you
preseason,
think of
but
those 3 regular season or rivalry games?
I think they're rivalry games, which means they should be good. But then again, we've got the owner of the Bears no longer with the Packers. We just look at some of the stuff we've got, and then we've got the owner of the Bears now playing for the Jets, who's playing Buffalo. I really think these things are just going to be they're rivalry games. They are what they are. You still have the Giants versus the Cowboys. You've got the Colts versus the Jaguars, or I'm sorry, the Chester Cheeto. It's rivalry games. To me, they're great. I think they're to put everybody to watch week 1, but I think some of these are just going to be duds.
Yeah.
speaking of the Jets, I like that meme I shared with Aaron Rodgers. Like in Green Bay, give me some weapons. Aaron Rodgers in New York, give me the same weapons I had in Green Bay.
And he got a few more now since that meme came out. But
Yeah, no. So that was kind of our week 1. Guys, moving on to week 2. I mean, we'll just pick some games here. Thursday night game, Vikings, Eagles. I'll say right now, Vikings will probably get stopped again. I mean,
What was it like?
I ain't gonna lie. I
last year?
don't really want to talk about this game, but you guys can go ahead and talk about it. But Chris, Eagles, Vikings.
yeah, it's going to be a good game. I believe Eagles probably going to win that, sadly, but I think it's still going to be a good game.
All right, Tim.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be good. I'm not like Chris this week on this game. I think this is going to be bad. I think this has the potential of being of a. I'd be worried about Vikings fans. I think we'll be calling you at the end of this game, seeing if you're mentally okay after this.
No, I'll be mentally okay because I'm expecting it. I might be a shocker if it's a flip flop. I mean, you might have to call me and make sure I'm not drunk or something. Celebrating. Mess around. I know. You're hoping for a loss, but what do you think?
Always. Packers, Lions, any team but my team, I want them to lose. Yeah, we'll definitely be calling it. I know you're one of the stupid fans that get so mad they take their 50-inch TV or whatever and smash it. That's so dumb when fans do that.
Yeah, why? I don't know.
And you have
Actually,
to buy a new
Tim
TV.
could probably testify this one. My uncle John used to be kind of those players where got fans if his team lost, he's gone for a while. So I can see my uncle John doing that. So.
My dad, I can attest. My dad was terrible too. My dad, we had bought a 70-inch TV when we moved to Florida, and it was that Packer Seattle overtime game where my dad, they were up by two scores.
Yep.
And literally, and my dad, we had family over, and next words out of his mouth is like, "We're going to lose this damn game." And literally, he walked out of the house going, "Told you." I'm like, okay.
So we got the Chiefs opening up with possibly another hard matchup. They go to Jacksonville or Chesterfield, I guess we call him now for
It's not London.
this Jacksonville game. That might be a good early game to watch. What do you think, Buster?
Rematch of the playoff game. I mean, it should be a really good game. Trevor Lawrence has shown that he had a great improvement last year, and he was playing some good ball at the end of the year, even in the playoffs. So Mahomes and Lawrence too should be good.
Yep. Tim?
Yeah, I kind of hope the Kansas City Chiefs stumps a mud hole in them. But yeah, this is going to be a good game. I think the Jaguars defense is just getting better. You've got now the third year under Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
I think it's just gonna get better. I hate being in this division at this point.
And the thing is they also get Ridley back that they traded for last year coming back, so they got another weapon on offense. Chris, Jacksonville and the Chiefs. What do you think?
Another tough game for Kansas City. If it was a few years ago, I'd say this is an automatic win for Kansas City.
Nope.
But not that anymore. I still think Kansas City could possibly come out with a win, but it's going to be.
Oh yeah, I think they're going to come out with the win too. I mean, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Battle of young quarterbacks. Colts, Texans. Tim, your team. Battle of young quarterbacks. What do you think?
I'm truthfully thinking we're starting Gardner Minshew early. I don't think we're giving Richardson the keys to the car quite yet.
I thought they released Minshew.
No, we released Foles.
Yeah,
but I don't know. This is the. Oh God! I picked them. I picked the Colts to win this game, but this could be a close game because they seem to remember we tied. I think we tied them last year.
I think you almost tied them twice, didn't you, last year?
We tied them in week 1, and then we turned around and we lost to them in week 18. Which
thank you, Lovey.
So yeah, there's a lot of payback in that game.
Yeah, that's right. What do you think? 2 young quarterbacks possibly scoring off week 2 with the Colts.
I don't think either quarterback's going to be ready to start this early. I think that I read the plan for Bryce Young was to sit and learn. But, things changed, as we all know. Bryce, to me, I know they've had some smaller quarterbacks succeed, like Drew Brees and whatnot, but I don't think Bryce Petty's going to be anywhere near Drew Brees' status. I hope the kid does good, but at the same time, I hope the Panthers bomb this year because we have their number 1 pick. But they play in such a crap division. Oh, we're talking about the Colts. Never mind.
Yeah,
my bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Richardson, I think Richardson's got a good chance to start over Minshew. Minshew's more of a game manager. With Richardson, he's got that speed. You can use him on some draws and some design quarterback runs and whatnot and to make your offense a little bit better. I think with Minshew, you're kind of stagnant as a pocket guy, and you can't do so much with him. So I think Richardson's going to win the job.
All right, Chris, what do you think of the Colts-Texas matchup?
Yeah, it's going to be a battle of 2 young, drafted quarterbacks this year. I think Richardson for the Colts is probably going to be your starter, but Minshew's a good, solid backup. I mean, he can win you a game or 2. I don't think that he should be the starter because there's a lot of quarterbacks that are used to being a backup, and again, that starting role, and something goes wrong. I don't know, but I think it's going to be Richardson starting.
Yeah, I think both teams have nothing to lose with starting their rookies right away. I think the Colts won't. I think Texas week 1 is going to start Stroud. I think they're all in on. We're just going to play them, let these guys learn on the field, and let it roll. So
don't be fired.
Sink
or swim.
Yep, that's what I think. Monday night we got a doubleheader. We got the Saints Panthers. And we got the Browns Steelers. The Panthers. I think they're gonna let Young kind of sit back and learn a little bit. Tim, what do you think of those 2 Monday night games?
Well, you got Garoppolo starting with a new team with New Orleans. I think No, wait, I'm wrong, aren't I?
Yeah,
is this
you
the
are.
Philly
That's far.
Garoppolo's in
is this the Philly thing all over again? I can't
Yeah.
figure out who. Okay, who's in New Orleans? Yeah, Garoppolo's in New Orleans, isn't he?
No, David Carr.
Derek Carr is. Sorry, Carr
Yeah,
is.
Carr is.
Carr is. No, and you got him, and I think the Saints are going to test the Panthers, and it's almost like you look at you've seen the pictures of Bryce Young behind that line
I saw it. Yeah.
and behind the line of the Carolina Panthers. It's almost like you put Muggsy Bogues behind the line in Carolina, and you're expecting him to throw a football. It's like you put a peewee player out there. He's tiny.
He's small. Yeah.
It's going to be. I think that game's going to be close, but then again, we also got the Browns Steelers. That's a huge rivalry game.
Yep.
I think that's gonna dictate a lot with those two teams. I think that game by itself.
Mess around?
Oh, look, now I can talk about the Panthers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, as I was saying, I hope they really bomb because we had their first round pick next year, but they play in such a crap division. Like Bucks made the playoffs with a losing record last year, so who's not to say that Carolina almost made the playoffs last year and they had a crap team. So in that division, they don't need much, and they did sign some weapons. They got Thielen, they got DJ Shark, and he's got some guys to throw the ball to if he can get it over that line if he starts. And the Saints still have Winston, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I think so.
Who's to say that Carr even beats him out for the starting job? Because Winston was playing good ball until he got hurt last year. I know you don't send all that capital to the Raiders to not start Carr, so I'm sure Carr will start because of that. But Carr always put up good numbers with Oakland, but he always found a way to lose games at the end too. So that game could go either way. Maybe they'll even tie. Who knows?
Yeah, just looking at the Panther schedule, the early over-unders, I guess, or favors, they're only favored in 3 games. The Saints game.
But that's right.
The Texans game and the Colts game are the only 3 games they're favored in right now. So you have a good shot at getting that number 1 pick there, Mess Around.
Then
the Bears will trade it for some assets.
Because then we could trade down again and get some, with DJ Moore type trade again.
Yeah, exactly. So moving on to week 3, we got a Thursday game again, like every week. Giants-Niners. That game, depending on who's at quarterback, I mean, we know the Niners are good. We know that defense is solid. We know that offense is. Right now, it probably doesn't even matter who's going to be behind center. Giants started off hot last year, kind of fizzled out. I'm going to home team. I'm going Niners on this one early. Chris, what do you think?
About the Niners.
Niners-Giants Thursday, week 3.
Ooh. I don't know. I'm going with Giants on that one, but
Okay.
hopefully it's a good game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hopefully these Thursday games do become good. We know how awful they can be. Tim, early thoughts on Niners-Giants.
I think the Giants are going to be a letdown after last year. That I think that'll be perfect for Bacon here. That he has got one less team to worry about in the East, but I think that's going to be a big letdown. I think the Niners win that. I think they really win that. I don't even think it matters who's the quarterback's going to be in that game either.
Yeah. Mess around.
I'm with Primus here on that one. I think the Giants are going to be a letdown. Danny Dimes got his payday. Who'd say he's not going to play as well he did last year because he got paid. Saquon, you never know if he's going to stay healthy. Last year was the first year that he relatively stayed healthy all year. So big question marks all around with them. I think, I really hate talking about these games this early because we just don't know because it's so early.
Yeah,
they haven't even played one game yet. But if I had to pick today, I would take the Niners over Giants all day.
No, yeah, you're right. Mess around. It's tough because injuries are going to play. Our thoughts are going to be different when week 3 comes. But just get out there, point out some big games. Actually, week 3 doesn't look like there's many big games there unless I'm missing something. I mean, Chargers, Vikings will probably, that'll be a good game. But there's nothing really stands out to really.
You got the Super Bowl replay. You got the Super Bowl rematch from a couple years ago on Monday night.
Oh yeah, Eagles, Bucks, but
yeah, it seems like week 3 we could almost take a vacation on.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's talking about the Rams and Bengals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do we
Yeah.
have
Another
to
double.
necessarily-
Another double dip on Monday night. I don't get. I mean, we'll get closer. We could talk about Patriots, Jets, but I mean Rodgers going there. I mean that game's there's really nothing going on week 3. So week 4, Thursday night, Lions Packers. Again, it's gonna be one of those we're gonna see love against the Lions, but I think the Lions are gonna be legit. I think they're gonna normally the North is messed around because State. Those games are always tough. It's a split almost every year. You split against them, but I think the Lions are gonna be good in the division this year. What do you think, mess around?
Every year, I've always for the past 5, I've always said Detroit's going to be good. They're going to be good. And last year, they were good, but they fell short. And every year I say it, they end up not. They do what Detroit does. They flop hard, and I'm thinking they're going to fall back down to earth. Goff's not going to have a great year. I think the NFC North's more open than it's ever been without Rodgers in the division. So I think it's any team that division could win the division.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think
it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Tim, early thoughts, Lions Packers?
Yeah, I don't think I honestly don't think that game's gonna be that good. It's a division game, so it might be closer than what I'm making it. Because of Aaron Rodgers not being in Green Bay anymore. I think that game might be closer than I think it's gonna be.
Chris?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be close, but anything, and it seems like the divisional games, do really well. It's anybody's game, really, at this point.
Yeah. And then we start the international series, which I believe, Chris, if you correct me, there's 6 games this year? International?
I thought it was 5.
It could be 5. Yeah. And we got the Atlanta Falcons traveling to the Jacksonville Jaguars / London Jaguars, Chester Cheetos, Texas calls them. What about Jacksonville, though? Getting 2 back-to-back weeks, they can just get to stay over there. I mean, that's got to be an advantage Jacksonville, I think. What do you think?
I would think so.
Yeah, they don't have to leave. I think it's their advantage.
Yeah.
Exactly. They can camp out there for 2 weeks. They got the advantage. They don't have to fly and deal with the jet lag and all the travel and, so they definitely have the advantage of being there 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Not saying they're going to win both games, but, they got a good team, so.
I think it'd be kind of cool if they would come out with just a London jersey for these guys because they play there every year.
What's the one thing that makes no sense is that I was talking to the wife yesterday and she didn't realize that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are owned by the same person that owns the Manchester United. Why does Tampa not play in London near in Manchester's home park? Because they're owned by the same people.
I don't know. I mean, why?
That's a good question.
Yeah. So I mean, this is just more of them trying to get an international feel, I guess. I mean, what'd you say, Chris?
I was joking. I said, why doesn't Kansas City play here in Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, because it used to be the Kansas City Cowboys or some shit like that.
Well, not only that, but their owns FC Dallas.
Oh,
okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, and then the second of that week 5, they get the Bills, so that should be a good game. Jacksonville Bills overseas. Looking at week 5. Yeah, nothing. I mean, Cowboys Niners. I mean, that might be a good game early good game.
Playoff rematch.
Yeah, the Thursday night game is going to be a dud that week. I mean, Bears versus Commanders. I mean,
that was a crap game last year, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a crap game this year.
Nope, that's going to be another one too.
Market.
Yeah, week 6. The week 6 Thursday night game is going to be a crap game. Niners Chiefs. I mean, unless Mahomes is hurt, I think that game's Vikings Bears.
You have to remember last year on a Thursday night game, the Colts beat the Chiefs.
Yep. Yep. And I also remember that Colts game where they were up 33 points and lost 36-33.
Who did they do that to again?
Yeah.
Vikings, I
Yeah. And then
Wasn't
you
that-
got the week 6 we got the Bears Vikings in Soldier, so that should be a good game. International series Ravens Titans. That might be a decent game. I don't know. It all depends on what the Rams look like or Ravens look like. I'm sorry. Colts against the Jaguars again. That could be a make or break.
For the
Eagles
Colts,
versus Jets. What's that?
Yeah, it's a make or break for the Colts at that point.
Yeah. So let's go to week 7 here. Man, James has got a lot of primetime games, as we call it. I mean, overseas twice, a couple Thursday games. I mean, they're really making out the Jags to be.
I know he made jokes about it every time. It's like, if you like Monday Night Football, you're not going to like this game because the Raiders have quite a few Monday night games.
Yeah.
Or if you like
the
primetime
Monday night
games.
games have become a kind of a joke.
If you don't like primetime games, become a Colts fan. We have none.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I honestly, for your sake, Tim, I hope that Richardson turns out to be the real guy and you guys finally find a quarterback because you guys put Band-Aids on it every year. Hopefully this guy works out for you.
Yeah, believe me, me too.
Yeah. We got the Bills Patriots. That's always a good rivalry game. Monday night game, Niners versus the Vikings. The Niners are going to kill them. I know it's here. That offense, I mean, I hope I'm talking a different tune with the Vikings defense, but yeah, I don't see the Vikings doing much in that game. And then Kirk Cousins, prime time. We know what that's like. Week 8, we got the Thursday night game, Bucks Bills. They got the Bills already favored by 10 in that game. So
Wow.
yeah, that's been the highest spread I've seen so far.
it's bad when they're predicting a big.
Vikings Packers. They got that an even game right now, which I could see it. Jets Giants, the battle of the New York teams. They got the Jets favored by 1 right now in that game. Saints and Colts. Sorry, Tim, but they got the Saints over your Colts at home.
Yeah, well, I'm
Now
thinking
this one, I'm just looking at just kind of Eagles Commanders, and they only got the Eagles favored by 4, and they're in Washington. So they're trying to give some love to the Commanders, but I don't see it.
Not with Sam Howell at quarterback. I just don't see it either.
Yeah, why? Can somebody answer me why they let
Heineke
go? I don't. What does this guy have to do to get a certain job?
Because
I mean, okay, he might not have a winning record, but he's kept your team in the games.
I agree, but I think they felt better with Howell, and I don't see why, because you only had him at 1 start, and it was at the end of the season as a backup role.
2 words. Why they're going with Howell? Tank job.
Yeah, they could be. Monday night game that week, day before Halloween, is going to be Raiders versus the Lions, which in a normal season might be a decent game. I don't know what the outlook for the Raiders are this year, but Lions could be. We've been saying it. So week 9, Thursday night game, Tennessee versus the Steelers. That might be a dud game, or it's going to be a running matchup. I'll
be right back.
What's that?
I'll be right back. Got to take my daughter.
Okay.
Yep.
Then we go overseas. We got the Dolphins Chiefs, which that could be a pretty decent game.
That's going to be good. I think that's going to be a good game. I really do.
If both quarterbacks are healthy and the teams are healthy, that could be a good, high scoring game.
Yeah, it would.
Let's see. Looking through here. Colts Panthers. I mean, that could be a battle of young quarterbacks right there. That could be a decent game, especially what the Panthers did last year. They go and trade off, the best running back, and then they almost make the playoffs. I mean, and then they got the first overall pick this year. So, that could be a surprise team, depending if we go by last year's standards. Chris, Cowboys Eagles week 9 in Philly. We know you hate the Cowboys or hate the Eagles.
Hey, wait.
Yeah. Well, you kind of hit the Cowboys too because you keep every week. You always pick them their division to win. I mean,
True.
so Cowboys
Yeah.
Eagles. Chris, what do you think? Early.
Honestly, I think when Chris picks those games for the NFC East, I think he needs to take a nap before he starts picking those games. Holy smokes!
Yeah, those.
Yeah, it's going to be a tricky game in Philly.
No
and all
Zeke.
that.
No Zeke
No
to
Zeke.
start off this.
Well,
Or no Zeke.
I don't think
this
he's
year?
going to sign. I don't think he's going to sign back or maybe with any team, but never say never, I guess. But
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't signed. There must be something on him that nobody's liking. I mean, granted injuries. I mean,
He's from Ohio State.
Yeah, too.
Yeah.
That too.
Monday night game, Chargers Jets. I mean, you
That
can
could
get
be
a
a
good
good game.
matchup at quarterback there. Outside of that, I don't see much excitement in that game. Thursday night game, November 9th, week 10. Panthers Bears. I mean, this could be a battle of. This will definitely be the battle of the quarterbacks. Just the time. Mess around's coming back. Hey, mess around. Week 10 got your Panthers or got the Bears versus
your
the Panthers.
Panthers against
on the
my
field. What do you
Bears.
think of that game?
Bears and Panthers. Yeah, we get to knock the Panthers down and hopefully, make them secure that number one pick so we can have it. I think
that would be something.
I think DJ Moore's gonna have a big game against his old team. He's gonna have something to prove. Like, can't believe you guys put me in this deal, but whatever. The Bears wouldn't take the deal without him in that deal, so they kind of had to put him in the deal. But finally, Fields has the number one receiver. I know we had Claypool last year. We got at the deadline, but when you're coming in a new office like that, you can't in the middle of the season. It's hard to get acclimated with quarterback and whatnot. So everybody's saying that trade was a bust for the Bears, trading that pick to the Steelers, but you just don't know because he didn't have a lot of time to learn.
No, I mean, you don't know. Look what the Panthers did last year when they traded McCaffrey. We all thought they were taking. They almost made the playoffs. So,
right, and then Fields has a lot more weapons. If he does not succeed this year, it's on him.
Yep, I agree with you. Colts Patriots in the international series. Is that at
Germany.
Wembley? Is that the Wembley one?
That's the Germany game.
Germany game. Okay, that could be a pretty decent game. I don't think it. We know how Belichick likes to scheme against young quarterbacks, so I'll be interested to see what happens there. Niners Jags should be a early Super Bowl matchup, depending on who you talk to. I know a lot of people are high on the Jags, but then we got another division game with the Cowboys Giants. Monday night game, Buffalo Bills or Broncos Bills. So that might be a laugher.
Who's going to start for Broncos?
Yeah, I think that's going to be a dud game.
Yeah.
If you talk to the guy with the best sports takes in the world, Isaiah, he'll tell you it's going to be Jags Niners in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Honestly, we'll get to a couple early picks here in a few minutes. I know it's early. We hate doing it. I like throwing out early picks. Week 11, Thursday night games, Bengals Ravens. That could be a decent game. It could be a blowout. We know how the Bengals are. I mean, they're kind of legit. Ravens hopefully can be legit. Titans Jags. We know those guys always have a battle, no matter how bad they are. Cowboys Panthers. Another game for the Bears to lock up that number one pick. Hopefully, Bears Lions. That could be a good matchup game. The Monday night game is going to be on fire. Rematch of the Super Bowl. Eagles Chiefs right now.
That's going to be a good game, I think.
That game's so good. They're going to play on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Plus.
Wow.
Yeah, so hopefully nobody gets injured that day.
That better not be a bad game.
Get off topic here. Well, it's kind of still on the same topic, but I was reading this thing about this AI that simulated all the games, right?
Yep.
And they had a lot of teams at 6-11. It's like, how the hell is everybody going 6-11? But that's what they had most of the teams at.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of those simulations will start coming out soon. Even people online will be like, "Well, I played every game." She'd be like, "This is what I got." You know, Thursday, week 12 is Thanksgiving. Packers Lions will be good. Commanders Cowboys, that might be an off game. Seattle Niners in Seattle, that might be a decent game. What do you guys think of Thursday night football for Thanksgiving?
Who was it against Seattle? Who?
Seattle Niners, Cowboys Commanders, Packers Lions.
I think the Seattle 49ers game should be good.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's the only good game I see. The other ones are probably going to be blowouts.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, I can see the Packers Lions being a good game, depending on how well Love gets into the system here. For the first time ever, we got a Friday night Black Friday game,
Yeah.
and
Dude,
it's going
we
to be the
called that
Dolphins
last year.
against the Jets. What do we think about the Black Friday game? Really? Do we need another special game, Tim?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
If you wanted a fourth game on the Thanksgiving weekend, put it on a
Put it on
Thursday
Saturday.
or Saturday
Yeah, or Saturday, yeah. I don't know why we need
or Monday.
I don't remember which one of us was joking about it, but I remember somebody saying.
I think it
watch-
was you mess around.
Was it me? I don't remember who it was, but
Yeah, I think
One
it
of
was
us
you
had
that
said
said
that-
watch them start throwing Black Friday games out there.
yeah, they must have been listening to us because they did it. So
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, outside of that,
They
you know,
could even
Bills
put
and
it on a Monday.
Bills and Eagles game might be a good one. That'll be could be a preview of a Super Bowl matchup. Monday night game, Bears versus Vikings. I don't know why the Vikings get Monday night games. I don't get it. You know, helps
they
the
like
Bears
to see
out.
Kirk-
I mean, Kirk
they
Cousins.
like to see Kirk Cousins suffer on primetime games.
And who knows? I mean, we could be throwing in a backup quarterback. I mean, we might call Chris up to play quarterback. I don't know. Because I
Did you guys draft a quarterback in the draft this year?
I don't
No.
think so. No.
no,
No.
nope,
I should've.
nope. Yeah, we should have. Yeah, you should have heard me. I'm waiting. I was watching Tim and Chris do their draft preview, and I'm commenting.
Yeah.
They're commenting.
You're
This
like-
is where he's going. This is where he's going. And,
Yeah. You're like, this is where this quarterback's going.
This is where Will Levis is going to go, and Levis never goes second round.
Levis. Honestly, I think the Vikings gave up too soon on Kellen Mond.
yes, I do. Well, being that a new coach comes in, he wanted to put his stamp on it. So you know,
Right.
they lost a lot of people from that draft class. Week 13, Cowboys Seattle will be the Thursday night game. Other games that stand out: Eagles Niners. We have 3:00 game Central Time. That's going to be a good one. That could be another repeat of the championship game. The Monday night game, Bengals Jacksonville. They got Bengals favored by a point in that game. That might be definitely going to be Jacksonville's going to be the team. I think we're going to be watching closely. December 7th, week 14, will open up with the Patriots versus Steelers. I don't know. That game could go.
That's going to
many
be a
different
dud. To me, that game's going to be a dud.
It could be. Bears Lions, another division matchup there. Sticks out. Seattle Niners could be a hit or miss game. Eagles Cowboys. There's the rematch, Chris. Sunday Night Football, and then another doubleheader on Monday night. What are we doing with the doubleheaders here? But Packers, Giants, Titans, Dolphins. Neither game interests me at this time.
Now, okay,
You know what
just
they're doing with-
remember. Oh, go ahead.
You know, they're doing this double hitters on Monday night. On Mondays, they're killing Monday Night Raw ratings. That's what they're doing.
What were you going to
Probably.
say, Chris?
Oh, I was going to say that. I can't remember which ones are flexed, but Monday night is in the flex.
Oh, and then
spot.
flexing games? Okay. Yeah, because these doubleheaders I don't think are going to – I don't know. Week 15, Thursday, we got Chargers Raiders. A game that could be good or bad, I guess. The Monday night Cowboys Bills. That's going to be a good game to possibly watch.
Yeah.
The Monday night game, Chiefs Patriots. Chiefs on the road. That's going to be nothing exciting to watch, I guess. Week 16. Now we start with some Saturday games here. So Thursday game will be the Saints and Rams. I have no interest in that game. The Saturday game will be Bengals Steelers, Bills Chargers. Both games could be a pretty decent game depending on what the teams are looking like record wise. The Monday night game, we got a triple header on this Monday night.
What?
It's Christmas, so I can see why.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Christmas, but NBA normally takes over the Christmas schedule, so this will be interesting to see how these ratings come out. So you got the Raiders Chiefs, you got the Giants Eagles, you got the Ravens 49ers. On paper, it looks like a good schedule, but we'll see
It
what it
does.
looks like. Yeah. Week 17, we got the Jets Browns on Thursday. Saturday game, we got the Lions Cowboys, which could be some playoff implications there. No Monday night game. So that week 17, yeah, because they got the Saturday games or the triple header.
That's also New Year's. Yeah, it's New Year's Day, so they don't.
Oh yeah, it is New Year's Day. Yep. Or New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Wait,
And
New Year's Dave's
then,
not
week
on Monday this
18,
year?
last week of the year. No Thursday game, no Monday games. Everybody plays on
Hey,
Sunday.
my schedule's got a Monday game between Minnesota and Green Bay. Or is that late night Sunday? Mine's all Central European.
Yeah, that's the Sunday night game.
Okay,
Packers Vikings. Yeah.
I'm on Central European time,
Okay.
so mine all tells me the next
Yeah.
day.
And then right now, all games are scheduled to be determined. I guess it's going to be a flex.
They always do that.
Yeah. So week 17, a lot of division matchups can be a lot of playoff pictures. So
They're also supposed to vote on whether or not they can flex Thursday night games this year. I think they're voting on that this week.
yeah, they should. I really think they need to do away with the Thursday games. Started off
I
at
do
the
too.
beginning of the year, I think, but
That or started around midway of the
yeah,
season.
they used to do that.
They used to, yeah.
Yeah.
About Thanksgiving, they used to do it.
Yeah.
They used to start it.
So we got a few minutes left. I'm gonna, mess around. I know you're gonna hate this question, but who's your early prediction for Super Bowl?
If I wait too early, prediction for Super Bowl, but I reserve the right to change my opinion later.
Yep,
Pick.
we always do.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Eagles and Bengals.
Ooh.
Eagles, Bengals. Okay, Tim.
I had it here. Who the heck did I have? I had the Lions and the Chiefs.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Lions, Chiefs. Wow, I kind of like that. Chris,
I'm
come on,
going.
Say it.
Say
I'm
the
going-
Cowboys. Come on,
I'm
throw your
going-
team in there.
I'm going
Be a homer.
Chiefs. I'm going
Own
Chiefs.
it. Own it.
And
Say it.
three,
I want to hear the
two,
Cowboys. I want to hear it. I
one.
want to hear
We'll
Cowboys.
we'll go Chiefs and Cowboys for way too early.
Chiefs and Cowboys. Well,
And-
at least you did.
Hold
At
on.
least you
And,
didn't say like,
I'll pick the MVP. I'll pick the MVP for that. It's going to be Ben DiNucci's going to get signed midway through the season, and he's going to take him to the Super Bowl, and he's going to win the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Actually, I'm kind of surprised he did go Broncos Cowboys because Ben DiNucci is currently on the Broncos team.
Right?
That sounds a lot better than your World Series pick, Chris. I'll give you that.
Probably.
For me, I'm gonna go Bills, and I like the Lions pick, but I think it'll be Bills Niners. If I ever get to a sport book, I am gonna put money on the Lions Jaguars because I think that could possibly be a dark horse Super Bowl matchup. So, with that being said, guys, final thoughts. Mess around. How many naps you got in so far today?
None. I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning. Well, okay, I'm lying. I got it one because I woke up at 6 and I went back to bed. And my daughter woke me up at 8:30. So I got one in so far.
All right,
And that's probably all I'm going to get because I have to work at noon.
Oh,
All right. Tim, final thoughts.
Yeah, I'm excited for the season. I'm excited that Messeron will get his naps in for the season. Hopefully that Muggsy Bogues will do well behind the Carolina Panthers line, and we'll see what happens.
Yep, Chris.
yeah. It's going to be a good NFL season.
Hey, Chris,
I
who
think-
won the XFL title?
Arlington Renegades.
There you go. Dallas has got their championship. All
Didn't they
right.
have, wait,
For
hold on.
football,
Didn't
for
they have a
football.
losing record?
Yes.
They did. They had a 4-6 record.
So
And they
so
won
there's
the title.
hope for the Bears, little buddy. There's hope for the Bears. There's hope for the Lions. There's hope for the Cowboys. There's hope for the Colts at this point.
Well, that's the great thing about starting the NFL season. Everybody's alive. Everybody's got Super Bowl aspirations.
So you're
Yep.
saying there's a chance.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. So my final thoughts is just keep checking with us, watching. More to Tailgate will return probably preseasons and start breaking down rosters and get some predictions. Set in stone kind of thing.
Change
Week
my
1 just
Super
right
Bowl
around the
pick.
corner, guys. I think training camp starts in a couple weeks for a lot of teams. So
Yep.
Mandatory mini camps and stuff. Training
yeah,
camps.
training camps, yeah,
Training camp's July.
yep.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. We're
Hey,
getting there. So.
before we close out, has anybody heard who's going to be on Hard Knocks this year?
I have not.
Have
I was
they-
thinking the
No,
same
I haven't
thing.
either.
I see with the Jets. I wouldn't
Of
be
course
they would.
surprised.
Yeah,
Of course they would.
yeah. The Jets would be a good candidate for, or Baltimore. I mean, with the Ravens, with
Baltimore.
everything that went out.
Do
That
they
guy.
do repeats? Because that would be a
Cowboys
repeat.
did it
Would it?
twice.
Okay.
Cowboys did it twice.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Maybe
I heard
Washington.
that place, but
Did you see that dysfunction in Washington being on Hard Knocks?
yeah.
No.
So with that being said, keep checking us out. Morning Tailgate will return preseason time, if not beforehand, if something major happens. Thoughts and prayers are with everybody that the NFL sports world lost this offseason. Jim Brown, most recent, a couple days ago. Bud Grant over the winter. So NFL's got a lot to play for this year. So
Yep.
with that being said, best round's already dipped. We got Tim Hendricks. Me and Tim will be on Wednesday, C2C rank 'em, so check that out. Crispy Bacon, thank you. And I'm Big B, so we'll check y'all next time on Morning Tailgate. Have a good one.